powerful part in example states in the constitution what legislators are doing that disregarding exactly what is happening because when it is time quote unquote to eat all of them gather together and it doesn't matter whether you're in the opposition or you're in the ruling party but when it comes to such amendments, best believe they will always lock heads and lock horns and whatever it is until such amendment passes. So Mzalendo Trust tomorrow still on space. I'll be one of the panelists. So just trying to talk about those particular bills and even the legislative process. What should be done at what stage and what have you. So today I won't spend much time on this, but that's basically the framework and the overview of where does our voice matter more when it comes to the legislative process. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, PLO, for those responses. I think someone asked the question about running a flag in their motor vehicle, in their cars and in their vehicles. I think there's a difference between running a flag the same way the president runs it, and there's legislation to it, and there is also precedent in terms of case law. And I don't think it's possible for you to run a flag that way. But generally, carrying the and using it the unity that comes with the flag. Remember when we celebrate as a country the national flag. Remember when we win in the athlete in the sports field, we raise the national flag. It's a symbol of unity, and therefore there is no offense any of the Kenyan citizens actually having the flag in their possession or putting it in your car, but running it the way it's run by the president, because I believe the president and the deputy president have a right under statute to actually have the flags in their cars. But it boils down to the mode, and I think this is a question that most of the advocates here will be able to address. It all boils down to the mode that you choose to run it, but there is no provision of the law that stops you from displaying it. I will call Mosetti to raise the questions here before Ndegwa you come in. But if there is an extra question, you can be able to pick it up.
On that issue of the flag,
yes,
I am one of the proponents that believes in the school of thought that we need to demystify what all leadership is about. And we are demystifying this by reminding these elected individuals that they are not our masters, they are our servants. And that is a constitutional provision and Article 75 that the people of Kenya contemplated a servant leadership when they enacted the new constitution and when they wanted to formulate the manner and the means in which they shall be governed. And for the question of flying the flag, I don't believe it's a preserve of the president or his deputy. One, we all understand that Article 27 is alive, that there shall be no discrimination and that we shall have the benefit of equal treatment before the law. And that question of the equality before the law puts us all in one pedestal. The question of saying that the flag belongs to the president can single-handedly and exclusively fly this flag ought and must be demystified, so that he may not think that he's a demigod, so that we declothe him of this arbitrariness and we declothe him of this arrogance, so that once we tell him Shuka, he understands what exactly that means. In my view, flying the flag ought not be an offense, as Dudley indicated. that all laws before the enforcement, before the effective date shall be applied with the necessary modification, alterations, and adaptations so as to bring them into conformity with the new dispensation. The question of the preserving or exclusively saying that X, Y, Z are the only ones who can fly a flag, we must remember that Article 10, which binds all state organs and all persons, speaks about the principle of patriotism. So why could it be that Mr. William Ruto should be seen as if he's more patriotic by flying the flag more than myself? So in my view, all that has been demystified. I am actually in the process of having one done for myself. I will be flying it as a Kenyan and as a patriotic Kenyan so that then I can be judged. And we deal with it from that perspective. But we must bring this country to the question of accountability. Much of the things that you are seeing happening is because of the indiscipline that is in government. Yes, Article 10 speaks about good governance. I am so happy that now the people and the masses have begun to rise up against this impunity, and that we have begun claiming the right place in our God's kingdom. And at the fullness of time, all these draconian laws and draconian habits, because some of them are habits that were borrowed from Mzungu, must be brought to a still, they must be buried, we must forget about them. The president is not above the law. The president and his deputy are servants of the people. That's all I wish to submit on.
Thank you, Council. I want to have we are kindly. We can keep it short because we have until 11 to be able to address some of the concerns that are raised. If you can keep your question and the response is short. Liara, you have the microphone.
Hi. So mine would be a follow-up question to what Wallo had asked before. So assuming military was to take over, what is the exact process? And will they lead till 2027 or there'll be by-elections in between? Yeah, thank you.
That I was called upon
that question.
Sorry?
No, I was just speaking to Mano. I believe that I was called upon earlier to make my submission.
Your network is not as good?
I guess so.
I was saying that I believe I was called upon earlier to make my submission. I believe it is alright if I can go right ahead.
Kindly proceed.
All right. There's been talk of the mess, and some gentleman made a long treatise about the history of the mess. I believe that is something we need to dissociate ourselves from, because it is a symbol of colonialism, and I'm not sure that is the kind of heritage you want to move ahead with. I have a question. This is a subject that has also been addressed earlier, but I believe that we need to talk more about it regarding justice for the victims who died during Maandamano. I mean, there's been talk of the officers who shot people, being brought to book. But what is the Law Society of Kenya doing to have these victims at least recognized one and to compensate it? I mean, we need. I believe that in some of the mature democracies, when a citizen is harmed by government or by the the representatives of government, in this case the police, they can take the city to court, they can take the police department to court, and then they get some compensation, be it monetary, be it recognition, but at least those families of those people, they need to be, individually compensated for losing their lives, for getting hurt, and all of those. I like that to be answered.
Okay. Finished asking the questions you intended to. Can we have Bonnie? Then we have interventions from the advocates on this forum. Bonnie, kindly, if you can take the microphone.
Yep, can you hear me?
Yes.
Thank you. Thanks for the opportunity. I wanted to just speak on one point. We're making a lot of progress, but I think that we're missing an opportunity here. You will agree with me that a large